It is Monday. It's February 24th, 2K14. Good morning to you. Today is Monday, as I said. My name is Wayne Alley, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I know, I'm here all by my little old lonesome. Can't be helped. Kim, bless her heart, she's out sick with some kind of thing that everybody's had. I think she's probably the last one to have this thing that's been going around, and everybody's had it. And of course, if you listen to David Madden, our health director here in Wayne County, he reminds people to, of course, get their flu shots, wash your hands, and just try to stay healthy, eat right, live right, do right, Dudley do right, whatever. But just remember just to, once you start feeling that itch or that sneeze or that tickling coming on, start an aggressive effort to get rid of whatever you have. And I think there's several ways you can do it. Check with your own primary physician. Well, let's see now. Today, Monday, the 24th. On our program today, we have, first of all, we got Sergeant Paige Leonard of the Goldsboro Wayne County Crime Stoppers. And we also have some guys coming in. We're going to talk about, well, we're going to talk about fishing. There's a tournament coming up here pretty soon. This is about the 13th or 14th year for a local fishing tournament. We're going to hear all about that. And all ages. Whether you know how to fish or whether you are learning how to fish or whether you don't know anything at all about it but you want to become involved with it, well, you can just become involved with it. Anyway, it's for a good cause, and we're going to hear from these guys here in just a little while. All right? Well, let's see what we have here. I said today's the 24th, I do believe, and it's Monday, right? Okay. By the way, can you believe the weather we have had over the last 2 or 3 or 4 weeks? Just unbelievable. Temperature swings from the max to the minimum. Snow, ice, rain, hard rain, minor street flooding and that sort of thing. Just unbelievable weather here in the month of February, which historically is our coldest month here in Wayne County. So, is it over? Oh, no. Contraire, Pierre. It is far from being over. We have, according to some, after this thunderstorm we had the other day, some people say, well, you wait 10 days and it sure is going to snow. Well, I don't know how true that is, whether it's true or not. It may be, may not be. I don't really know. I know I'm a bird watcher. I watch birds, and the birds whispered to me and said, it's going to snow again. So, even in fact, I learned from Barbara Arnson that the Old Farmer's Almanac also says that it's going to snow the first week of March. So we'll just see how that goes for us. Okay, be prepared, but if it comes, it probably will happen on a weekend. And let's hope if it does, it does happen on a weekend. I certainly hope. All right, today, the year was 1857. I want you to write this down. The first shipment of perforated postage stamps was received by the U.S. government. Hey, isn't that exciting? Yeah. Also, 1938, the first nylon bristle toothbrush was made in Arlington, New Jersey. It was the first time nylon yarn had been used commercially. 2 years later, nylon hosiery was introduced. But always remember, never brush your teeth with nylon hosiery. Okay? So, don't get those two confused. And I believe the fellow's name was, oh, it'll come to me. Just, wait, it'll come to me. All right, I wanted to say, no, that's not him. Francis Langford recorded one of the most classic songs of all time this day in 1940, which wasn't all that long ago. One that would become a Walt Disney trademark. You ever heard the song When You Wish Upon a Star? I believe Jiminy Cricket sang that in Pinocchio. It was recorded on Decca Records by Francis Langford. She recorded it during a session in Los Angeles. That is the theme song. Anytime you see anything from Disney, that's the song that you hear at the opening theme song. All right. Birthdays today include Abe Vigoda. Remember Barney Miller on television? Abe Vigoda was the character Fish. He is 93 today. He was also in The Godfather. He was also in Joe versus the Volcano and Fist of Honor. Born this day, 1921, 93 years of age, Abe Vigoda. Also having a birthday, Stephen Hill, whom I happen to like very much. He is now, or was recently, most recently, on Law and Order. But he was also one of the main characters on Mission Impossible long before Peter Graves took that spot. If you are a Mission Impossible guy, you remember Stephen Hill. He's 92 today. Also a birthday today for Barry Bostwick, the actor, 69 today. Edward James Olmos, I also like him very much. He was in, of course, Miami Vice. He's 67 years today. And 58 years old for Paula Zahn, TV journalist, CBS This Morning personality. There you go. All right. All right. Very good. All right, we're going to go ahead now to our first interview. Here it is. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Watch this. Our guests in the studio today, we want to welcome George WAHLGEMUTH and Russell Stevens and Gary BEVELL. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us. We want to talk about fish, specifically shad, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay, now what's going on?
Well, we'd like to invite everybody to join us for our annual SHAD tournament, the 2014 tournament, which we'll have this year, March 15th, which is co-sponsored with Mr. BEVELL, Easy Bait, and Parks and Recreation.
All right, we'll talk about sponsors here in just a second, and of course, Gary has been. You started this, didn't you, Gary?
We started many years ago.
All right, now, any idea how many years this is with the SHAD?
We think 13, 14, or 15 years ago.
Wow, and it's been growing every year.
Oh, it's got big last year. It really got big. When Parks and Recreation got into it, it got big.
Yeah, once these guys got involved, it did get big.
It really
Russell,
did.
how did the Parks and Recreation happen to get involved with it?
Well, programming. We do a lot of different programs throughout the city, and we talked with George, and we knew we already worked with Gary on a couple of kids fishing tournaments, and we just felt like this was something that Parks and Rec needed to be a part of, and it was a huge success last year.
George, what is your role in the tournament?
Well, I've kind of helped Gary out every year in when we have our weigh-ins, kind of coordinate door prizes and cash prizes. And of course, with Mark and Russell's help and Gary's help, we kind of all work together to make this thing happen.
All right, have you been involved with it the entire 13 years?
Pretty much, yes, sir. Yeah. And I may retire next year.
No retirement allowed, right?
No
retirement allowed. Sorry about that, Mr.
The older you get, the more you can fish.
There you go. There you go. Russell, you and Mark Wilson of the Parks and Recreation Department heavily involved with this the last couple of years. So. Where is the fishing tournament held?
Fishing tournament is held in the Neuse River. You can fish anywhere in the Neuse River.
Okay.
The weigh-ins always held at Gary's place. I mean, it's kind of like a cornerstone in the community. Everybody knows where it's at.
Right.
You pick up your lures there. You get your bait there. You actually sign up to fish there.
Of course, you get your bait and your lures anywhere.
Yeah, but that's
bring your own.
That's true. Right. But that is the hot spot to get them from.
All right. Now, Gary, the Easy Bait and Tackle on 117 South. You're right there at the river, aren't you?
We're at the river, Wayne. We're right at the new field.
But now, anybody who partakes in this tournament can fish anywhere in the Neuse.
They can fish anywhere on
in Wayne County.
In Wayne County.
In Wayne County.
In Wayne County.
Anywhere on the Neuse, from the bank, any boat, however you want to get there, as long as you fish on the Neuse or a tributary of the Neuse. It's got to be in the running waters of the Neuse River.
Okay, now George, what is it divided up into age groups? Because I know you have your older gentlemen who have been fishing for many years, or just getting started, but it wouldn't be quite fair to compare them to run against the youngsters either.
Exactly.
How does that work?
Well, we've created this year a new division for youngsters 12 and under.
Okay.
For special cash prizes, rod and reel kind of prizes, and they do not have to pay anything to enter to fish and still are eligible for prizes. So we use the 12-year-old as a cutoff point. Anyone 12 up would have an entry fee, and of course we've got lots and lots of awards to give out this year, and of course it all depends on our entry, so we encourage people to please come in and enter early so we can put on a program that benefits everybody.
Okay, Russell, what are the dates of the fishing tournament?
The dates of the fishing tournament. March the 15th is the date of the tournament.
March 15th?
March the 15th, Saturday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Weigh-ins at Gary's place. Last year, I think George touched on this, and he also failed to mention that he does fish the tournament. So
he
failed to mention that part. That's
you do.
He failed to mention that he does as well.
You do.
Exactly.
Everyone participates.
Okay, everyone takes part in this, but now is that fair? Come on, guys.
That is very fair. There's the competition is out there for us. We can say that.
Okay, so what's the average, Gary, of the shad that we're catching now?
A hickory shad will weigh about a pound to pound and a half to 2 pounds, and a white shad can weigh up to 4 pounds.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's a white shad behind us here.
That's a white shad. We think that's a white shad.
That's a white shad. All right.
We didn't really examine it that good.
Well, the look in his eye tells me that.
Yeah, it's white.
Actually, last year's winter weighing was 4.7.
Really?
pound white shad. Yes.
Now, is there a chance of setting a record? I mean, do we grow them that
Oh
big?
yeah, we
here?
grow them that big. Yeah.
Always
Really?
a possibility.
Is that right?
Wait, what happens? The shad instinct is to go inland and lay their eggs,
Okay.
and they go up the Neuse River. And years ago, they had dams on the Neuse River, and they couldn't get all the way to Raleigh. Now they go all the way to Raleigh.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I mean Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Really?
They go all the way to Raleigh,
Really?
and before they get to a dam. So it's nothing in the to stop the shad from going. And they pick them up on the river and carry them to new places up the river.
Now
So
tell
they'll
me
go
about the
to-
shad. Is this an edible fish?
You eat the bones.
You eat the bones.
eat the bones.
You fry it till you eat the bones.
Do you really?
Yes, you really do.
Okay.
They-
In
some
other
people
words,
grind.
no.
Some people grind them up. Oh yes, they're eatable. Yes,
do?
you go camping and you
And
put them on
stew,
top.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
they're very good.
All right.
They're fun to catch.
Well, that's the whole idea, though.
Let me tell you something. This Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
They have been a blessing to the shad tournament. They really have. It's no question about it. It was, I'd pick it up this year, or some other group would pick it up, and they try to do it, and somebody else try. They got a hold to it, and they done. And everything they've done has worked. Every time they get involved in something, it works. They really go at work.
Well, under leadership of Director Scott Barnard,
Exactly.
You and Mark Wilson, Russell Stevens and Mark Wilson, you guys do a great job with
They absolutely. It is. I thought the Parks and Recreation was just a name of something, but in the last 5 years, it has jumped and bloomed. It really has. It's unbelievable what they're doing.
All right. So again, March 15th and other days.
You got to register for that, but you can go. The shad are running now.
Oh, they're running now.
They're running now.
Okay, so you can go out and practice now.
You can go and practice.
Pre-fishing.
You need to practice.
You pre-fish. That's what they're doing for the Bassmasters. They're
Is that right?
pre-fish. They're pre-fishing it this week for the Bassmasters.
So you can fish from the shore, from a boat, from waders, or from whatever.
That's right. You can fly fish or however you want to get.
Showing some lures on the screen right now. Are these typical lures that you would catch shad with, or?
That's typical of what you use. Something small and shiny, and they can make their own little lures by putting a grub head on the tail. I should have brought one, I didn't.
Okay.
But they'll anything that's small and shiny gonna break that water and trickle through that water, and they can see it. It'll shine in the water.
So the shad are prone to coming to the surface.
So they're prone to going up that river, and they're going up that river, and you can't stop them.
You can't stop them.
You can't stop them.
Except
They're
by
going
hook or crook.
Except by hook or something. That's the only way you're going to stop them.
Okay.
And-
All right, good.
But they're going up it. They're going to Raleigh or wherever they're going. They're
So
going
what do you do? Catch them on the way back or what?
You catch them on the way up.
On the way up?
Yeah,
Going
and
to Raleigh?
And they go on the wherever they go up the Little River, and
Yeah.
they go up Mills Creek, and they go up Stony Creek.
All right,
You
now
can
that-
find shad on
that-
Little Ash Tree.
Really?
Oh yes. You can catch shad.
In Stony
up on-
Creek.
Stony
Stony Creek's
Creek.
a shallow little creek there.
But right now the water's high. They'll go right up. They'll go right up on these ash trees.
All right, well now let me ask you something. You say fish the Neuse. The tributaries count?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So anything that runs into the Neuse or the Neuse itself?
Absolutely.
you-
That's
you
right.
you're
And those
wide open.
actually are the better places because that's where they do spawn.
Oh, okay.
So they run the main Neuse River to find the cleaner water to do their spawning. So the place to catch the fish is where the clean water is.
Okay, now, what if there's a youngster out there who has always wanted to be in this tournament but doesn't know the first thing about fishing? What do you do?
Call Parks and Rec and ask for Russell or me.
Russell or you?
Call George.
Really, on that Saturday, if he wants to get into it, if he goes to the river and stands on the bank, somebody show him how to do it. It'll be
Exactly.
that many. If we had 100 people last year, Wayne, and there's very few spots in Wayne County, won't be somebody that'll show you. And most people love to show a kid how to fish.
You know what? That is so true because there's a lot of competition in all sports.
Exactly.
But in fishing, there's competition, yes, but people are always wanting to help it.
They will show you how to do it. They'll and love to do it.
Yeah, love to show the youngsters how to fish. All right.
And that's really what it's all about, this particular tournament. We're trying to encourage more young people, and we've had some winners that are young people, and to see the smile on a child's
Oh,
face,
yeah.
I think they'll probably remember the rest of their life.
When they catch that fish the first time, I mean they're all grin, all smiles. The first fish they catch is just
That first fish, when that fish breaks that water,
Yeah.
and they caught it, and it comes out the water,
Yeah.
and that thing was living underneath that water. That's unbelievable for a child.
Oh, yeah.
And they see it in fish tanks. They came with that muddy water. It's live. It's real.
All right, real quick, we're going to be running out of time here in a minute. How many? Now you're the main sponsor, Easy Bait and Tackle, Highway 117 South.
Yeah.
Who else do we have?
I'd like to just real quickly mention some of the other people that make this thing possible. WT's Guns,
Good people.
Course Tackle,
Oh, yeah.
Coastline Service Center, Four Seasons Sports,
Oh yeah.
Precision Marine, Dean of Wheels, Willie's Radiator, Goldsboro Tire, Hills Tire, Circle Tire, and Prince Tire. We also have Country View Western Store, B&G Grill, McCall's Barbecue, Jersey Mike Subs, of course GBR, the News Argus, and we're happy that the food lines have cooperated again with us. All stores in Wayne County, from 5 Points to Grantham Street, from Little River to 111 South, even the Pikeville store. So we have enough things to help us make this tournament to where a lot of people were happy, even if they don't place in one of the cash award prizes, which, by the way, real quick, last year we had 3 award prizes. This year we're having 9.
Wow.
We asked all participants last year how they felt about doing it. We just encourage that everyone enter early so we can coordinate a better program than we did last year.
Real quick, how much is it to enter? What's the fee?
$20.
$20. That's it.
That's it.
$20. And what do they do to enter? How do they enter?
They come to the store and sign a name on a sheet of paper. I'll staple a $20 bill to a sheet of paper, and when we get ready on that morning, Steve and them will sit down and count the money.
They can register anytime now until the March 15th.
Now until then, and we want them to register early.
All right, register early. Highway 117 South, Easy Bait and Tackle. Also want to mention that and all of these sponsors you just mentioned, all these sponsors will be donating prizes to be given away.
Absolutely.
All right, now while we're not donating a prize, I do want to mention that Wayne Goldsboro Television fully supports this organization and this operation.
Well, I was going to mention that, Wayne. I hadn't gotten to. You don't give us enough time.
I just beat you to it, though, Gary.
You don't give us enough time.
All right, Gary, thank you so much for being with us today.
you,
Gary
Wayne.
Bevel,
Thank
Easy
you.
Bait and Tackle, Russell Stevens of the Parks and Recreation Department, City of Goldsboro. George is with us today. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate it. March 15th. All right. Today, Sergeant Paige Lerner, the coordinator for Crime Stoppers, is with us in the studio. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning and thank you.
I appreciate you coming by. We want to talk about crime in Wayne County, the city of Goldsboro. What's going on? What are we after this week?
Well, today I want to ask for the public's help in helping us identify a subject that's in a picture that I brought to you. But basically what happened was we had a woman, a 66-year-old woman that was shopping at Walmart here in town on Highway 70 West in the Rosewood area.
Rosewood.
And she left her purse, like so many of us do, in the shopping cart, stepped away from the shopping cart, and somebody stole the purse. And in that purse, of course, was a credit card.
Of course.
As the day passed, she discovered that somebody first tried to use that credit card at the Dollar General. They made an effort there, and then they actually went to 2 separate places. And if you'll forgive me, I just want to check my notes so I don't tell you wrong. But they went to the Kangaroo Express at 2:30 in the morning, and they went to the Waffle House a few minutes after that and tried to use the same credit card.
Do we know which kangaroo this was?
It was the one here in town. I don't have the actual physical address, but here in the city limits, and the Waffle House. And what I have brought is a picture for them to see.
We have that on the screen right now. Now, what are we seeing here?
This is actually the suspect attempting to use the credit card.
This is at Waffle House?
Yes, and we're hoping that the public will take a look at that and recognize her.
Okay. She's the one who did is accused of stealing the alleged theft.
Yes.
And using the credit card at a Waffle House, and this would be the woman we're looking for.
That's exactly right. So I'm hoping the public will take a look at that picture and give us a call. If they do, I want them to call the Crime Stoppers line, which is at 735-225 number, or they can text me at the 222-4230.
222-4230 or 735-2255.
That's correct.
Now, when was this theft again?
This was on December 16th. Some of these transactions took place on the 16th and some on December 17th here in Goldsboro, both of 2013.
So this has been a couple of months ago.
Right.
And And we're not any further along now necessarily, other
No.
than to have this picture that
Right.
is back on the screen right now.
Which is a clear picture, so I feel like somebody in the community, if they see
Yeah.
this person, they'll recognize the person.
Yeah, that is a good picture, good photograph. And this is at the Waffle House. Do we know time of day at Waffle House?
These were approximately 2:30 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you shop at any of the major stores, or in fact any of the minor stores, anywhere in Wayne County and Goldsboro, you see people doing this. They'll leave their purses and things in their shopping cart, and you want to walk up and say, "What are you thinking?"
Right. We get a lot of reports like this, and I just want to remind these ladies, none of us like to carry it around on our shoulder. It's not a fun thing to do, but even if you're shopping, not necessarily picking on Walmart, any grocery store, any store, if you step away from your shopping cart, you need to take your purse with you.
I have seen some people go into a store and actually use the straps on the shopping cart
Yes.
to tie their bag in place or through
Right.
the straps, and then if you close the purse, they're less likely to try and get into the bag.
It does make it a little bit easier. I mean, a little bit harder for them to get in if they're just going to reach in and grab something. But, you know, ultimately, and that is one good deterrent, but still we'd really rather them just take the purse with them.
Or take a small purse,
Right.
something you can carry.
Right, take
Something
it with
that's-
them. If you step away from that cart,
Yeah.
just hold on to
And
it.
if you know you're going to the grocery store, take a sweater or a jacket or something, or pants that has a pocket in it. Maybe put your
Put your items in the jacket that you're wearing.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
absolutely.
well, not the item, well, your money or your
Yeah.
credit cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there's all kinds of ways, and you can help them with that, can't you?
Yes.
Yes, you have ways of suggesting that they could.
Absolutely. They can take a look at our video that's on the City of Goldsboro website about this.
City of Goldsboro website is goldsboronc.gov.
Right.
City of Goldsboro's website is goldsboronc.gov. You click on that and go to Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, we have a it's not under the Crime Stoppers link, it's
Goldsboro
under the
Police
city
Department.
link, yeah, and you
Okay.
can see a YouTube link up there on the city webpage, and they have linked it that way, so the city's made it very easy.
And what does that cost?
Absolutely nothing, free.
Really? You can look at it free, huh?
You can look at it for free.
Kind of knew that. You know, I just thought I'd throw that
That's
in.
a
But
beautiful thing.
But it is important
Yeah,
that you protect your property, protect your money.
exactly.
Don't be a victim of crime, just as this person was a victim of crime. Again, this was at a credit card stolen in the middle of December.
Right,
And we're
December 16th.
right, still looking
and
for the
the
lady.
purchases were made on this stolen credit card December 16th and December 17th at the Waffle House and at the Kangaroo gas station.
Okay.
And that's why we're asking the public to take a look at this female. And if they can help identify her, give me a call at Crime Stoppers. If she's looking at her own picture, she can give me a call too, and we can help her through the process.
Now, if she turns herself in, does she get the reward?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing. Okay, but you do offer a reward for anyone who offers information that leads to an arrest.
That's right. In this case in particular, the crime that's being committed is a felony. So if somebody can provide information that will help us lead to this person's identity and arrest, then they are eligible for a cash reward.
Now, what if they say, "Well, I don't want to get involved because they'll figure out who I am and all that stuff"?
Well, simply giving us this person's name will lead us in the right direction. So when they call it, everything is anonymous. Even when they call that Crime Stoppers phone, I can't see their name or number, so they're already anonymous at that point.
They don't know. You don't know who they are.
Right.
The people that are calling in, they don't know who you are. So call in.
Right.
And there's instructions you follow as to how you could collect your reward
That's
if there's an
right.
arrest.
Right.
Sergeant Paige Lerner, the coordinator for the Goldsboro Crime Stoppers, Wayne County Crime Stoppers. Thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us today.
Thank you.
All right, see, I told you that would be fun. That was fun. I enjoyed that. And of course, always thanks to Sergeant Lerner coming by from Crime Stoppers and letting us know what's going on in the community. And if you can help, remember that you remain anonymous if you help with Crime Stoppers. And it could be rewarding to you as well. But the most important thing is you're helping in the area of crime here in the Wayne County area, Goldsboro, Wayne County. All right, today is, Today is Museum Advocacy Day. Have you visited our Wayne County Museum on North William Street here in Goldsboro? You really got to go to this thing because they have so much stuff in there. If you are, let's say if you're into doll houses, there is a beautiful doll house in there. It's enormous and it's so detailed you just wouldn't believe it. If you're into military, well, they have a whole room full of military artifacts and such. And it all relates to Wayne County. So go by the Wayne County Museum there and talk to Chris and talk to Parton and Brantley Parton and find out a little bit more about Wayne County. It's very interesting. It's a fun place to go and visit. And Kurt Keller told me to say that. Today is, in Canada, is National Cupcake Day, and today is Monday. The IRS is encouraging people to be on the lookout for scams. Now, this is all kidding aside, this is important. Because this is tax filing season, and the IRS says they're offering several suggestions for taxpayers to help protect themselves against scams and identity theft. Do not ever carry your Social Security card or any other documents that include your Social Security number or individual taxpayer ID number with you. Do not take them anywhere with you unless you're going to have your taxes done somewhere or you actually have to have it. Just don't, some people keep their Social Security card in their wallet. Don't do that. Do not give a business your Social Security number or your individual taxpayer ID number just because they ask for it. Give it only when it's required. Also, check your credit report every 12 months, and you can do that free of charge. Now, there's a couple of credit reporting websites that you can go to that they say freecreditreport.com. It's not really free, but there are places you can go that there is a place that you can go to have your credit, to check your credit that is free. Anyway, you can get all that information online. If you have to pay for it, log out. Don't even go there. Secure your personal information in your home. If you have one of these little safes that you can get at any of the big box stores around town, they're not all that much money and they're very safe. Fire protection, and they also have a big old lock on them so you can protect your information there. Protect your personal computers using firewalls and anti-spam virus software, updating security patches, and changing your passwords often. Do that. And don't use the password 1234. Everybody uses that. That's not very smart. Don't use that password. That's not a password. That's an open invitation to please take all my information from me. Please take my money, please. Also, don't give personal information out over the phone. If somebody calls up and says, "Hey, I'm your bank. I need your information." Come on, you know better than that. All right, so don't do that. Watch out for all that. All right, let's see what else we have. Don't forget, daylight saving time begins March 9th. Oh boy, I can hardly wait. That's when we jump ahead 1 hour. Okay. The Praxis Film Festival going on. Today's the 24th, and this is the final week coming up, February 27th to March 2nd. Footloose is going to be taking place. So that's at that's at Footloose. Okay. All right. City Council meeting on March 3rd will be their next meeting. That will be in the evening hours at City Hall. And of course, Wayne County Commissioners will be meeting on March 4th, the following morning. That will begin at, in fact, that's this coming week. That's this coming week, okay? Next week, a week from today, a week from tomorrow, Tuesday, March the 4th, will be County Commissioners meeting with a briefing beginning at 8 o'clock and the meeting itself beginning at 9 o'clock, all right? And you can join us online for that too, by the way, all right? Join us online for that Tuesday morning. We stream that here on Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'll be back tomorrow. Join us tomorrow, if you will, please. And remember that the show airs at 7 a.m., at noon, at 5:30 p.m., and again some other time during the evening hours. So have yourself a great day. Please drive carefully. Always wear your seatbelt. Until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley on Wayne Goldsboro Television.